Alright, so I've been working on these front motor plate bars here. These are welded in. So I need to mount the front motor plate, and that's kind of what we talked about. So normally there's like a tab off this side of it, and it bolts to that tab. Well, the motor plate falls out exactly on the end of where these factory frames are capped, and it's just really a shitty location. So what's going to happen is I'm going to drill holes in these, and I'm going to sleeve them, because if you just drill a hole and tighten it, you can pinch the tube. So I'm going to sleeve them, and the plate's going to bolt directly through these, okay? So it's perfectly legal, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. So let me see if I can set this phone up on something here to show you. So let's see, maybe this will, oh, it's not going to work out well. Let's see. Okay. So it is going to get you, I think this is a 058 chromoly. This is 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch 058, and I use a 3/8 bolt. Fits good, it's not sloppy. So this is the magical ticket for that, for future reference. This is 058 1/2 inch. This is just a shoulder 3/8 by 16 bolt I have. You can use a NAS bolt if you want. It's just what I have here for reference purposes. But yeah, so we're going to drill a 1/2 inch hole in the tube, and then we're going to weld these out, and this way when you tighten up the bolt, you can't crush it, okay? So this makes it way stronger. This is exactly the same exact way that I did my mid plate halo. So it's not just holes, because you could pinch and distort the tube. I sleeved all of them, so they're nice and strong. So I just kind of want to show y'all what my plans is for that and how we're going to do it. So like I said, it's going to be sleeved through there, and I made my mark, so I'm going to drill the holes, and we still need to cut out the mid plate. Yeah, so that's the goal for today. Let's see how it goes, and you know what I'm using, and you know how I'm about to use it, so let's see. Alright, it's going to be a small little update here. I just kind of want to show y'all as I go along, because I haven't did a time lapse on this. So I told y'all I was going to sleeve these tubes to put a bolt through. So this is a 1/2 inch hole. This side just has pilot holes in it right now, but this side, you see here, I'm kind of not left-handed. Let's see how it sleeves through, okay? So this will be welded out, and it's a sleeve, okay? So it's going to keep you from crushing your tube. And I'll show you the bolt. So see, bolt's going to fit good. You'll be able to tighten down this front motor plate really tight, and it's not going to crush my tube, okay? So like I said, 1/2 inch holes, 1/2 inch 058. Like I said, holds a 3/8 by 16 bolt, that's fine. This side, as you see, it won't go in yet. That's just pilot holes, but I just want to kind of stop in between and show you the steps for this. So once I drill this side right here, I'm going to cut this down to length. I'm going to cut 4 pieces for the 4 mount holes, weld it up, and then I'm going to tiger disc them down. You know, I don't want a big standoff. I want the plate to sit flush. So anyway, that's where we're at. Let's keep going. All right, y'all. Yeah, this is a messy job, but check it out. Front plate, she's done. She's done, looks good. I want to remind y'all that I use aluminum skill saw blade on the skill saw to cut on those red lines you saw. And nothing special. Normal drill bits to drill the holes. It drilled right through. So I couldn't get a Sharpie in those holes. And so I'm gonna tell y'all what I did was, you can't mark them to be able to drill them, okay? You can shove a drill bit in there and try and twist it by hand because the drill won't fit with the bars in the way either. You can try and scribe it somehow. So what the best thing for me is, I take some TIG wire, and since it's aluminum, it's gonna scratch easy. I take some TIG wire and I go in there, and that's how I make my marks. Set them on the bench, drill them out, and it fits great. You make good marks, good scribes. It's gonna fit good. I think it looks good. I might have to trim more. I'm not sure. I don't know what's up with the header situation or anything yet. We might be building some from scratch. I don't know. About the cheapest setup in Fords I found is about $1,500 for something decent. Balling on my budget here, guys, so we might have to build some, get some material, and get hot with it. I mean, that's the only way you get better at TIG weld, no? Keep practicing. So, yep, looks good. Another update, the front motor plate is done. I need to go ahead and finalize the transmission mount, which I have a kit for that from LJRC. Remember, y'all hit up Greg for 17 cents off. Yeah, so we're gonna get on that and do the transmission mount next. So front is done, I'm happy. Those bars right there are welded in. They're a sleeve for the bolts. And we just need better hardware. That's just some normal 3/8 standard bolts I have in it now. Just for mock-up, this is just mock-up. So, yep, let's keep going. Let's get to work on that transmission mount. All right, transmission mount time. That's what we talked about in the last video. We're gonna move on now that the front motor plate's in and work on this. So this is a Larry Jeffers transmission mount kit. Okay, so it comes with some components here, and I'm not sure if they send it out like this or not. I asked for everything unwelded because I'm building everything anyway. So you just see little pilot holes put here, and there's multiple options here, okay? So we have a poly bushing here because you don't want to solid mount that transmission if you have front and mid plate, stuff like that. You always want one of these poly mounts that you see. There's one on the transmission now, just an old one, but I have a new one. So it comes with these tabs. So here's this one. As you can see, these bolt holes line up here, and this is going to sit like such, okay? So you have to, this is upside down, obviously. So this is going to be on the bottom of the mount, and we have some options here. This right here, these ends where my finger is, it says to get bent 90 degrees down, and this way it could saddle the cross member. And then once you have it saddling the cross member, this plate here, once you drill out, it bolts like such. I'm trying to give you a demonstration here. It bolts like such, and then you would put your 1-inch tube, okay, like this. See, the tube would go between the upper and the lower mount, and I'll include a picture of one of theirs installed using this lower plate and everything. So yeah, you get the idea. I'm not going to use these lower plates. I don't need to, because as you can see, the cross member is pretty much in the right location. So all I'm going to do is have this like that, and then we're going to do a 1-inch tube from the cross member up to the bottom of this plate. So it's going to be easy enough. I'm going to be able to avoid all the extra stuff here and keep it simple, but I wanted to show you this is dealing how it comes. And like I said, you'll see in this picture a little better how this goes together if you're going to use it the way the kit's intended for it to be used. I'm not doing that. This is kind of a different deal, but just remember, poly mounts. And yeah, so I'm going to see about getting the new mount set up on there and mocked up. All right, yep, see, we're squeezing through the cage. Trying to see if y'all can get up in here a little bit. Crooked, hold on. There we go. Okay. So you see this mount here, you get the idea. I'll offset notch it. And She looks good. She looks really good. So I'll show y'all how that's gonna go. I'm gonna get it tacked in, and then I'll pull the mount out and get it welded out. But yeah, I didn't show y'all the coping. We've been over this. Like I said, I did an offset notch, so it goes to the end of the pipe. It's not centered up on it. That's just the way the transmission mount fell out. This is the LJRC kit. I didn't use all of it, but this is nice. This is nice. So, all right, well, let me get this taken out of here and weld it up, and I'll show y'all what it looks like. All right. She's welded. Here's my transmission mount. Goes like this. You get the idea. Like I say, you see that the offset notch that I did there to make it all line up. Heck yeah, guys. I got a little, look at the arc ran up the tube right there. I don't have a fab table, so yeah. In the middle of welding, this thing tried to fall off the table, so the arc kind of ran up the tube there. Shit happens. I'm not perfect. I don't have the best tools in the world, but we're making do. So, transmission mount, it's done. I'm gonna put it in there. I'll show you.